So, hey, Builders Club members, this is John Crawford from the Kiwanis Club of Grantville Allied Gardens. I wanted to say hi and check in with you and let you know that we're okay. Everybody in Kiwanis is continuing to meet online. Service continues. I know that this is not the way that we wanted to end the school year with the coronavirus going on. This is not the way that we wanted to end our year in Builders Club. Quite frankly, you all deserve better than that. And I'm sorry that we couldn't be together to celebrate at the end of the school year. But I wanted to give you an update on what's going on now with Kiwanis, what's going on now with our Builders Club, the future of our Builders Club. Of course, this all had to happen at our busiest time of the year. So I want to talk to you a little bit about where we're going to go from here. There is a plan, and really what you can expect going forward. So, and of course, I want to say some thank yous to some people as well. I'm sorry that it happened when it did. This coronavirus, we're all stuck at home. I'm thankful I get to work from home. I'm still going to work 5 days a week. My wife is an English teacher at Patrick Henry. She is still going to work 5 days a week. Hopefully you all are adjusting to your new academic situation, learning how to go to school online, and these are important skills that are going to serve you well later in life, believe it or not. I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we had planned for the end of the school year for Builders Club. We were, of course, going to do our peanut butter and jelly project probably in March or April. That obviously isn't going to happen now, but that is always one of our favorite projects, one of our most popular projects, and we will bring it back for next year. I guarantee that. We also look forward to this time of year to the Miracle Mile of Quarters. There's some interesting developments on that. The Miracle Mile of Quarters this year was going to be at the end of April. That obviously couldn't happen. I think it was actually going to be last weekend, but that couldn't happen. I've been in contact with the organizers of that event, and they're actually looking at making some changes. It's still going to be at Grossmont Center in La Mesa. They love having it there, and Grossmont Center loves having it there. But they are looking at changing Miracle Mile Quarters from a springtime event. It's always been in May or April. They're looking at changing it from a springtime event to a fall semester event. So September, October, November, something like that, which actually is going to work out a lot better for some people. I think it's going to be good for meeting more volunteers. It means we as a Builders Club can have more to do off campus in the fall semester. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a permanent and positive change. So we'll see. As we get more information, I'll be sure to let you know. We obviously plan to do the Kiwanis takeover this year. I don't see any way that we're going to be able to pull that off because Kiwanis is only meeting online right now. And I'll get more into that later on. The Ocean Beach Kite Festival is always one that we enjoy in the springtime. Seeing little kids put together their kites and go flying the kites. The Ocean Beach Kiwanis Club has had to put that one off. It's been delayed. But they're famous for saying that they have never been rained out at the Ocean Beach Kite Festival. That project has been going on for over 70 years. Over 70 years. It's going to take more than coronavirus to slow that one down. So it might not happen this month, might not happen next month, but I'm pretty sure you're going to see an Ocean Beach Kite Festival maybe in the fall, certainly within the next 12 months. Maybe we don't have it this year, maybe it happens next year. But we have every intention of bringing that event back. And then, of course, there were the officer nominations, which was really the last thing that we did together as a group at Lewis. I still have the officer nominations list right here, and I want to thank those of you who decided that you wanted to run for something. Those of you who took that first step toward becoming an officer for next year. That shows a lot of courage and a lot of commitment on your part, so I want to say thank you for that. Now, having said that, obviously we're not in school, and the Builders Club year has come to an end. Prematurely, but the Builders Club year only goes through the end of the school year. So our officers are officially relieved, done, retired, which means we're going to go into the next school year without a new set of officers. I want to take you back to when we first started the Builders Club at Lewis Middle School in 2004. I've been doing this for a while. We started the club from scratch, and what we did was we had everybody who was interested in Builders Club take a turn as either the club president or the club secretary. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do that again this coming fall semester. We're going to kind of start from scratch as if we were building a brand new club. I know that's not the case exactly, but we're going to start with a different approach. If you've been in Builders Club for a year or two already, it's going to be a little different, but I hope it's something exciting. It's going to give more people an opportunity to lead. Each week we're going to name a different club president and a different club secretary, and then once everybody's had a chance to volunteer to kind of try it out and see if they like it, at that point we will have officer elections. So it's going to take a bit longer than it normally would. I'm thinking probably September, October, November, we're going to go through a trial run. Maybe December we have our elections, or if we have a really big club, it may take even longer than that. But I want everybody to be kind of open-minded, kind of flexible. We're going to treat this thing as if it's something brand new. Thankfully, it's not brand new. We have something good that we can build on. We have a lot of projects that we have already set up and lined up. So as soon as we get back into school, Builders Club will be up and running again. I do want to say some thank yous to some important people who helped us through the year. First of all, our president this past year, Denise Saldana. Denise, you have been tremendous as a club president. You have been so enthusiastic. Both Ms. Deeth and I just love your energy, whether it's something as simple as covering the books in her classroom, or a project that's held off campus, or running a meeting. You bring a certain energy and a certain enthusiasm up front on stage, and that's really what we need in a president. So your leadership this year has been wonderful. I'm really eager to get you back again for next year in whatever capacity you want, whether you're running for office again or if you want to do something else. The choice is yours, but the most important thing is that we would like you back as a member for next year in some capacity. So I'm looking forward to working for you again. I know this is not how you wanted to end your term, but I would like to think of this not as an ending, but as a beginning. You have a long road ahead of you. You have a lot of ways that you can make a difference in the future, and I would like to see you continue on in the Kiwanis family, whether that's more Builders Club, possibly Key Club, possibly even beyond that. Your journey is just beginning. Same thing with Vice President Cassandra. You have done a wonderful job filling in for us when needed this year. Everything that we asked you to do got done. I really appreciate that. I love your enthusiasm for the Kiwanis family, the way you bring your other friends into it, the way that you keep your parents involved and informed. I think that's really super important. And so, again, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you in Builders Club next year, working again into the future. Now, I know Diego had to switch schools, so I don't know if he's going to see this message, but Diego Fragoso, thank you for your service as club secretary. I know that you like getting silly at times during the meetings, and that's normal. I understand 7th grade, 8th grade, that's going to happen. But I really did appreciate having you as a member of the club, and I hope you'll be in contact. I hope whatever school you end up going to, maybe there's a Builders Club there, maybe there's a Key Club at your high school. I hope we haven't seen the last of you. And then, of course, Sarah, what a wonderful job you did as treasurer this year. I know you don't think so. I know that you always kind of have your self-doubts, and you kind of put yourself down, whether it's your performance as a leader or the artwork that you do, which is amazing and way better than anything I could do. You have been just a tremendous and wonderfully enthusiastic volunteer for Builders Club, and I want to see more of that. Hopefully, as you go on into high school, we'll be seeing more of you. I know we've got your brother Sherman in the Key Club already, and I want you to be a part of that as well. And then to all of our 8th graders, I know Isa is graduating this year. I know that, we had Ryan Pun. I believe Justin Nguyen was an 8th grader as well. And I know there's somebody that I'm forgetting. Please forgive me. I don't have my list in front of me. But for all of the 8th graders who are in the club this year, I want you to take a look at this banner behind me. It says Key Club. This is the Patrick Henry Key Club banner. Since 1969, the Key Club has been serving our community. You see some of those patches showing the awards and some of the history of our club. I want you to be a part of that as well. I want you to at least give it a try. Maybe, Key Club is different from Builders Club, I will tell you that. You have more opportunities. There's a lot more done off campus. But I think you have a lot more opportunities to have fun too. There's bigger projects. There's meetings with other schools within the division. There's travel opportunities available if you get involved with the conventions. So it's a bigger, more exciting world than Builders Club. Builders Club we tend to keep pretty local. Key Club is a lot bigger than that. So give it a try. See if you like it. If you have any questions, give me a call. I do want to mention a couple of things. My email, of course, I'm available by email if you have any questions about Key Club, Builders Club, Kiwanis, or if you just want to say hi. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me by email. So don't be afraid to reach out. Builders Club will be back next year. I can promise you that. Oh, one thing that I forgot to say, I need to thank Miss Dietz. Of all the people that I wanted to thank, our 8th graders and our club officers, I don't have enough to say about Miss Dietz. I mean, the positive impact that she has had on this club from the moment she's walked in really is just tremendous. Half of what we do as a club wouldn't be possible without Miss Dietz and her generous hosting of our meetings in her classroom. I know she gives us a lot of work to do with covering books and that sort of thing, but she also is a very responsible adult leader for this organization. She represents this organization as well as anybody. She really stands for who we are and what we're all about. And I couldn't think of anybody who is better suited to be a Builders Club advisor than Ms. Dietz. So every year we say it, we don't say it enough, but thank you. Anyways, going back to, I wanted to mention one more thing for the summer. We're done with Builders Club meetings. We're not going to have any meetings probably until school gets back in September, we hope. There's no guarantees on that, but I assume we're going to be back in September. That's the plan. Kiwanis is still meeting every Thursday morning. So if you're out of school, especially over the summertime, if you want to check in with us, we are more than happy to see guests. And guess what? Our 7 o'clock breakfast meetings in the morning, everybody's decided that during the coronavirus, during the quarantine, we want to sleep in a little bit. So our 7 o'clock meetings have been moved now to 9 o'clock. So you can sleep in, you can join us online for our meetings via Zoom. You can go to our website, which is going to be www.alliedgardenskiwanis.org. So you can check in on the club activities there. You can request a password for one of our Thursday morning Zoom meetings, any Thursday, 9 a.m. Contact me, contact any member of the Kiwanis Club. We will give you a password for Zoom so you can check in on us. We would love to have you there so you can see who we are and what we're doing as a club. We're going to try to stay active with service projects, even projects from home. If that's what it takes during this quarantine, we're going to do as much as we can over the summer. We'd love to have you there with us. And then invite your parents, invite your grandparents. Maybe they're looking for something to do. If you know of somebody who would like to be an adult volunteer, introduce them to our Kiwanis Club. I'd be happy to meet with them or speak with them by Zoom, by phone, by email. We're always looking for new members for our Kiwanis Club so that hopefully when we can be meeting again someday in person, we'll all come out of this and hopefully we'll be ready to serve again. We'll be ready to make our communities a bigger, stronger, healthier place. One thing that you can do for anybody who is looking for a way to help out during this pandemic, if you're looking for a service project, something that you can do to make a difference, please think about our medical volunteers, the doctors, the nurses, the people who are fighting the coronavirus, our scientists that are in the labs trying to develop antibodies and vaccines. Anybody who's in the medical field, maybe you have somebody in your family who is in the medical field. Let's find a way to say thank you to these people because they really are on the front lines We have an emergency room nurse in our Kiwanis Club who is at the hospital 5 days a week, trying not to get sick, wearing her face mask, and she's just like a trooper going in there 5 days a week. The least we can do is say thank you. And so probably when we get back to Builders Club in September, October, we will do something on a larger scale to help say thank you to our medical providers. But for right now, if you want to put together an art project or make up a card like we do at our Builders Club meetings, it doesn't have to be to anybody in particular. But if you want to send it over to a hospital, whether that's Kaiser Hospital, Allied Gardens, Children's Hospital, Rady Children's Hospital, Grossmont, Alvarado. There are so many medical centers, so many ways for you to say thank you. Think about that. If you want to, give back, do something nice for a healthcare worker, do something on your own. You're old enough, you can come up with your own project, but tell me about it. Tell me what you did and why and how, and maybe it's something that we can adopt for Builders Club for next year. So anyways, that's basically everything that I had. Thank you again to those of you who were nominated as officers for this coming year. I'm sorry that we can't have the elections, but I think you're going to like what we have in store for you this fall. So again, we're going to try to give everybody a turn to see what it's like. If you like feeling like you're the club president, or if you like being club secretary, we'll give you a chance to run for it on a permanent basis. But by taking turns, everybody's going to get that leadership experience, a little taste of what it is to be an officer of Builders Club. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you so much for all of your volunteer work, whether you showed up to every meeting or you showed up to every project or you just showed up when you could. Thank you so much to everybody who's out there, and don't be afraid to say hi, whether it's in a Kiwanis meeting or just to me personally. Miss Dietz knows how to get a hold of me. Say hi to Miss Dietz too. I'm sure she misses you. And we will see you hopefully in September. Thank you very much.